Every morning starts with a new hope. The morning teaches us to shine like the sun and renew our hopes. This morning, my hope is nothing else. I'm moving to the southern provinces of Afghanistan. I'm not alone in this long journey. Nimatullah Rahimi and Rafiullah Gulabzoy are also with me. It is the cold season of winter. Snow has fallen on the mountains, but the surrounding areas are also suffering from severe cold weather. I thought that the snow will not fall and we will easily reach the goal of our journey. But everything happened against my wishes. Snowfall, floods, and bad road conditions in some places made this trip difficult. The snowfall is increasing every moment. Driving and walking is becoming difficult on the road. Even the weather around is covered with cloud of steam. It becomes more and more difficult for vehicles to travel on the road. Even our car deviated in several areas of the road and lost its speed. At the same time, the governmental public services patrols the road called us frequently to reduce the air of our car's tires. We got to work as soon as possible and luckily the car started moving. In addition to all these problems, nature is not devoid of beauty. The snow, the whiteness of the mountains, and rain makes you forget all the headaches that occur on this long journey. The rain is getting stronger and the sounds of the thunder are heard every moment, and the earth shines with its light. Finally, we reached to the most famous and beautiful town of Kandahar province, known as Ainomena. It's the famous town in all over Afghanistan. Residents come from other parts of the country to visit this town and enjoy the artificial and natural beauty of this town. In a country where there have been wars for decades and these wars took away the joy of the residents of this beautiful country. Now walking in such a beautiful town under the rain has a different feeling. The car heater is on, the loud noises of the thunder can be heard and the rain is pouring furiously. We have come to one of the most populous and big cities of the country for the first time. After driving for hours, we are very tired. We are looking for a hotel where we can have a peaceful night and a good night's sleep. As it's our first time being here, we don't know the exact addresses. We lost our way for a few moments, but finally we managed to reach the Martyrs Square inside the city. And we spent the night safely in a hotel around here and somehow our boredom disappeared. In the morning, the nature has acquired a special beauty after the rain. We are preparing our travel items to visit some ancient areas of Kandahar. I was very interested to see Kharqa Sharifa because I have heard about it. Kharqa Sharifa or honorable coat is the prophetic coat quilted with camel wool which was brought to Kandahar by Shah Wali Khan Bamizi on the order of Ahmad Shah Abdali in 1768. This cloth is irregular hand stitched by Prophet's household. The mentioned coat color is similar to blue and has short sleeves that Muhammad, peace be upon him, carried on his shoulders when he was suffering farewell pilgrimage and when he passed away. At first, Ahmad Shah Baba Abdali put this cloth on his shoulders, but when he left to manage the army, so based on an order, he handed over this coat to his maternal uncles, and this family still has a claim to take care of Kharqa Sharifa. It is stated in the decree of Ahmad Shah Abdali, the Kharqa Sharifa should be kept in the box it is in, and the people who visit it will visit that box, and the box will not be opened without the king's permission. The mentioned coat carried in different times from Yemen to Hira cave, then to Baghdad, then to Samarkand, and to Bukhara. The coat stopped at the last time by Ahmad Shah Abdali in Faizabad, Badakhshan, the northeastern province of Afghanistan, while was taken to India. And later, he handed over the task to Prime Minister Shah Ali Khan with 6,000 horses to bring the court to the capital of the country in a grand ceremony. It is said that while bringing court from Faizabad Badakhshan to Kabul and from Kabul to Kandahar, he would put the box of the court on the back of a camel, and at the time of stopping at every step, the court taken on a clean and high floor that has not been used before. The camel that carried the coat to the distance, a decree was hanging on its neck that was written on it. On this camel has been carried the honorable coat of the Prophet, peace be upon him. No one has the right to carry or ride on it. This camel is free of service and everyone should take care of it. The Khirqa Sharifa, or the honorable coat box, and the door leading to this box, which are closed with locks, can be seen. But it is impossible to see the honorable coat of Muhammad, peace be upon him. Because if we read the history, everyone can't open these doors and box to see the honorable court. Before visiting any ancient or holy and religious places or objects, you should have enough information and knowledge about them so that you do not face to any problems during the visit. My wish to see Khirqa Sharifa was fulfilled. Now I am going to the west of Kandahar city, to an ancient area which is said to be built around 500 years ago. And this ancient area beauty forces many tourists to visit this ancient area. This park is the entrance to this ancient area. The original name of this historical area is Rawaq Jahannama, but now people know it as Chehel Zina. If we translate it to English, it means 40 steps. This area is one of the monuments of Kandahar, which it is located on the top of Qaytul or Sarpuza mountain on the western side of Kandahar province. The structure of this place is 40 stairs were built to the top of the mountain. At the top of the stairs is a room-like cave. Original examples of Indian and Islamic architecture have been used in this room. It has given a lot of beauty to this room. On the walls, Persian nostalgic letters can be seen. The Chehelzina is a place made up of 3 parts. The inner part is the place where the head is hidden in a rectangular shape which is 3 meters long and 2 meters wide. The second part is placed outside the room in the form of a throne. Its length is up to 5 meters and its height is up to 4 meters. The third part is also made in the form of a throne that connects these stairs to the mountain. Chehel Zina was built in 1521 during the reign of Humayun Shah. In the 16th century, Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur built a beautiful lookout on this mountain. Seeing ancient places also brings a special feeling. I enjoy and learn about the history of my ancient country. Kandahar has many other ancient sites. If we want to visit them, we need more time and resources. Considering the possibilities in time, it was enough to see the 2 ancient places in the city of Kandahar. It's time to leave Kandahar for Helmand. After heavy rains on the Kandahar-Helmand highway, some parts of the road have been flooded with muddy water, and the surrounding areas are also wet due to the rain. After hours of driving, we reached Lashkargah, the center of Helmand province. Here too, due to the rain, the ground is wet and the cloud is spread in some parts of the sky. The Lashkargah is crowded, and our first visit to this distant province is not without boredom. I don't know anyone in this city. My friend Rafiullah Gulabzoy called one of his close relatives that he has been living in Helmand province for years and knows the ways. We also approached to him and he helped us to go to the Bast Fort, the 3000 years ancient area through this stones-made road. This bumpy road made the driving hard to reach the ancient area. Finally, we reached the ancient area of Bast Fort, and I was surprised by this big and ancient shape looks like gate of this fort. It is said that this is the biggest and ancient door in the world. Bast Fort in the Bast area of Helmand, near the city of Lashkargah, is an ancient fort that has a unique and famous name in the history of Afghanistan and the world. History tells us that this city was a great caravanserai on the Silk Road 3000 years ago. Unfortunately, starting from Iskandar, Alauddin Ghori, Chengiz Khan, God Timur, Nadir Afshar and various kings attacked this fort. But some parts of this fort are still standing despite the threat of destruction. A high hill can also be seen inside the fort. We thought this will be just a hill, but in real it's the legendary hill of the history. At the top of the hill, we noticed this place. When we approached, we saw an underground palace. Seeing such a place for the first time is surprising me. This place has remained intact even after centuries and is built underground with several floors. Residents of this area have different opinions about this underground palace. Some are saying that this is the ghost palace, and some are saying that it is used to be a prison.
دا دغه اثر د خلکو قدرت او توانایي ښیي چې دوی څومره توانایي درلوده په ساختماني چارو کې دغه پورته ځای کې تاسو وګورئ ګوره څومره ښه مهندسي شوي دي دلته مرغان دي چې دا بومان دي بوم ورته وایي اسمان څکل کې که نه چې په مخ مه نه لګېږي دا هم یو د ښه ویډیو لګېږي
We also went down to the last floor of this palace and visited this strange, ancient underground palace. We did not see any ghosts, nor did we see anything as if it was a prison. Near this fort, a construction similar to an oven can be seen, which people have a different opinion about. The inner part is also made in a strange way. Maybe at that time people were big and they would cook a lot of big bread. I'm amazed by the artifacts of this ancient area and the events that took place in this area throughout history. It became clear to me how old people lived. I had hoped to make a documentary about the Sangin district of this province, where there had been a fierce war for years and whose residents have very bitter memories of the war. It is necessary to organize a documentary in coordination with the Department of Information and Culture of this province, but unfortunately, the department was not assured of cooperation after the request. Finally, we did not consider it necessary to be in Helmand province, and we decided to go to the Bast market, the famous market of Afghanistan, which is located next to the Durand line in Spin Boldak district of Kandahar province. The sounds of hunger from my stomach reach my ears. I see that my body's faces have changed due to hunger. It's time to eat. We ate at a restaurant in Lashkargah and fulfilled ourselves. And then we moved towards Kandahar happily and listening to a hymn. Finally, we arrived to Kandahar city. We are going to the famous Bast market of Spin Boldak district. which is 100 kilometers away from Kandahar city. The road from Kandahar to Wesh market has been constructed standard, and it is possible to drive on it with great speed and confidence. Driving on this stretch of road feels like driving on a road in the United Arab Emirates. We were driving to the market with a great pleasure and speed, but the car broke down 50 kilometers away from Kandahar and took our pleasure, and the car lost its speed. Nothing is visible. The cold weather and the decrease in the number of vehicles on the road are worrying us. Finally, with great difficulty, we pulled the car 3 kilometers towards Kandahar near to a restaurant. The weather was cold and the stove was hot in the restaurant. We also sat behind the stove to warm ourselves, and we looked at each other and laughed out loud. I thank the restaurant staff for giving us some blankets and pillows to have warm night. In the same place beside the restaurant, we passed the night in a masjid. Unfortunately, this masjid has not been cleaned for days, and we started cleaning it tonight. Sometimes the occurrence of problems is due to the completion of a task. Perhaps it was our duty to clean the masjid. At 7 o'clock in the morning, we tried to repair the car, but we couldn't repair it. We were disappointed of its repair, and we stopped another car on this long road, and we dragged it up to the market. To repair it, we stopped it to a nearest workshop, and after a few moments the car was activated and recovered. We ate in a restaurant, and now we are going inside the Wesh market to see the real picture of this market. Wesh Bazaar or Wesh market is one of the biggest international markets between Afghanistan and Pakistan. Located on the Durand line between Pakistan and Afghanistan, it flows through the spin buldak of Kandahar province, north of Chaman city, Chaman district, Balochistan. In general, it connects two provincial capitals, Quetta and Kandahar. It is said that every day at least 70,000 people working in this market and cross this border and return home in the evening. The craft is large. The flag of Pakistan is visible from a distance. According to people, this highway between Pakistan and Afghanistan is closed for traffic until an indefinite time. You can find a lot of things very cheap to buy in this big market. Kitchen appliances, mobile phones, and other daily items that are used in daily life. We are tired of walking in this bazaar or market, and the time has come to leave this market for Kabul. A few kilometers away from Wesh market, we saw a herd of nomads. We went to see them. The sound of the herd and the beauty of nature soothed my eyes and heart, and I forgot all the fatigue that happened during this long journey. These nomads who were feeding the herd were all children. They were very happy to see us and were amazed at our mobile phones. We also took pictures with them, and then we left this area for Kabul. And after hours of driving at night, we reached the city of Ghazni province, where we also took a friend from this province, and then we went to Kabul. A long distance is also a lesson of the life. After natural and geographical education, it shows that one can never despair. The difficulties of life are only for a short time. To be patient with problems and to find a solution to problems is the work of a wise person.